Okay, so I'm recording immediately after the Falco part. This is the Falcon part. I can't believe I recorded for 30 minutes for that Falco game. But here we go. So these two games are very, very similar, what happened right now. So first thing is, I assume that you wanted to counter pick to FD because of Falco. Makes perfect sense, definitely the stage that you want, and then he counter picks Falcon. It's really unfortunate. I think Falcon is really, really good on FD, especially against slow characters, and Dr. Mario counts the slow character. So I think this is X1 really duped you here. I think if you ever play X1 again, the fact that this set went really well for him. So I think that you should absolutely expect him to do the same thing again, and think twice about counter picking to FD against him if he plays Falco. But yeah. So the neutral here just is honestly just really horrendous. Like, I don't even know if pills are good or not. I think if there's any matchup where pills might be bad, it's probably this one. It's just rough. Like here, like it's good. He was just dash dancing and not doing anything, and you also didn't commit to anything. The only thing you committed to was a pill, which is kind of fine because it, like X1 couldn't have come in there. He couldn't have just run into the pill. So that was a good neutral error out of that. But pretty much this neutral, I can't really give you a ton of advice. You seem to be playing it decently. It's just a matter of, against Captain Falcon, you've got to be mobile. Something I wanted to talk about is so Captain Falcon. Let's just talk about knee jab for 1 second. If Captain Falcon knees you, if it hits you, he's at massive frame advantage and he can combo, get a grab, whatever for free. If you shield it, then he can jab you before you can shield grab it. So he jabs you and he can mix up between doing 1, 2 or 3 jabs, so it's like a really positive mix up for him. Like it's in his favor if he knees your shield. It's very unlikely you get to punish him, it's very likely he'll get to punish you, basically. So you never ever want to be kneed, either shielding or not shielding. So how do you not get kneed? The answer is movement, because shielding does not protect you from knee whatsoever. So you need to be constantly mobile, and it's something that you actually achieve pretty well. Against better Falcons, it might really you need to be really careful. Basically, the opponent never has to have a genuine lock on where you are, because if they ever do, they can knee in that position, and then obviously the terrible mix-up happens. So that's something worth bearing in mind when playing the neutral against Falcon. So there you did like down air into up tilt. I'm not sure if that was a good option. Maybe it's hard to say grab would have been better. It's perhaps that you were unsure of whether the grab would work, and up tilt is a lot safer if it missed, so that's fair enough. Here, it's a clear mistake. It's that same as in the Falco situation. He has no double jump, pretty sure. Let's just double check here. Yeah, he has no double jump, so again you draw the line, and the red line that's some amount below the stage, where if Falcon goes below that line, then he needs the ledge to get back to stage, and so you stand there with your back to the ledge, which is perfectly what you do. You are perfectly poised to get this edge guard. X1, that's clearly below the line. You do a short hop, so if you short hop towards the ledge, then that would be fine. But you should immediately recognise at this point, wave dash backwards to the ledge, and it's a free stock. But you don't, because that you said you go for a full hop back air, and that might have been guaranteed because I know Falcon can't true sweet spot. So it's possible that was an optimal option, but you could have taken that stock it's possible that what you did is good, but you could have. That he should be dead now, so it wasn't optimal. I see him with the back air, and then he immediately up Bs again. This time, of course, he can go to stage, but but you take a pretty reasonable option of taking the ledge immediately, because then that gives you the option of letting go the ledge or holding it. He, of course, by mistake, I assume, upbeats the wrong way and basically SDs. And then my VOD dies, obviously. Yep. So, yep. X1 misses his down throw knee, that's a common theme of this set. One second, I'm really paranoid that I'm not recording. 1 second. Just go to here. I am still recording. Okay, cool. I hope I didn't reveal anything personal. So that was a great tech, by the way. I mean, you just misspotted. You sweet spotted really terribly, but then you teched really well, and then you sweet spotted really, really well. Like, it didn't look like you were ever going to get back to stage from there. So I'd like to mention your ledge options here. So you tech, and then you sweet spot really perfectly, grab ledge, and then watch what's going to happen now. You ledge dash, just what you always do every single time you ever grab ledge. X1 tries to back air you, and is like really, really late because you buffered a roll immediately after ledge dash. Remember all of this, that you rolled as soon as you ledge dashed. You were actually in positive frames here. Went for a down smash, but he jabbed you because the jab is pretty insane. But you crouch cancelled the first two, and then the third one you can crouch cancel your 2 high percent. So yeah, down smash was unfortunate to not work there, but you tried to down smash him when he was at 0%, so it would have put you at massive frame disadvantage. He could have just kneed you anyway. He hit you with a knee. He got a lock on where position you're in, so you've got to try and not give him that over. Yeah, he's down airing you a lot, which is kind of annoying, but here, yeah, this is another situation where he just goes into pure dash dance mode, and you just need to not do anything committal, which is exactly what you're doing. You did a up tilt, which was kind of like fair enough. It didn't open you up. It was kind of interesting. If that had worked, it would have been pretty epic. So I like that you're trying stuff, but obviously don't up tilt randomly neutral very often, because again, it might give the Falcon a lock that he needs in order to knee you. But luckily, you weren't doing it often. You did it as like a crazy option, so that's good. Going for the pill, that seems to work okay. It gives you some space. Yeah, it's a good thing. I feel like X1 drops his combos like a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure he could have done like up air into knee there, but just guess he wasn't fast enough. Yeah, you wave dash a lot in neutral as well. It's something that I'm not so sure about. Like, Doc's dash dance, I guess, isn't that good, but every time you wave dash, that is a little bit of commitment, and so you'll have to think about can you wave dash less in neutral? Like, can you dash dance a couple of times then wave dash, rather than dash wave dash dash wave dash dash wave dash? It seems a lot more predictable the second way, even if it's like less good in terms of like movement speed and stuff. Yep. Count the amount of times X1 down throws you and you gets nothing off it is pretty ridiculous. That's a pretty insane grab that you just got right there. But it's pretty nice that you got that. So here it should be a chain grab, and it's going well. Here I think the up smash is like totally, it's okay. I really feel like continuing the chain grab is probably better, because you chain grab him and then you keep chain grabbing him, and then you throw him off the edge with a forward throw or something, and then if you're really good at the edge guard, then this could easily be a stock. The up smash is really perfectly positioned, which actually makes it quite decent. I don't like the fact that you short hopped immediately after the up smash. It just feels like you're really restricted. Like, you look at this and go, okay, well, what the flip is he going to do now? I guess he's going to up air. The up air seems good. It's what you do, in fact. But now you're really struggling. I think a re-grab would have been really, really good here. Really difficult to get, but you definitely had the frames to do it, and you didn't have the frames to F smash, though it was very, very close, as you can see. If you'd got the reverse F smash, that would have been really fantastic. But notice, if you had F smashed him to the right, you wouldn't have done anything. He'd be on 100%, which is nice, but it's Captain Falcon. What we really want is him to be off stage. So I actually really think like a re-grab there into back throw would have been like much, much better, and obviously would have worked, whereas the F smash didn't. But yeah, the F smash, you just went straight back to neutral over it. Notice what he did there. Ledge dash into, what option do you think he did after the ledge dash? Oh, he rolled. We'll be seeing more of that. More down throws that don't lead into anything. So yeah, back throw, I like that option. So yeah, that's a decent back air. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit him that hard. Here, I just think that it's just kind of sloppy edge guarding really here. Like, you should have just not double jumped. Like, you just missed. Like, that, I'm pretty sure that could have been covered. Again, down throw that doesn't lead into anything from X1. There, I really appreciate the up B out of shield. See that situation a bit slower. Like, it is quite nice, but unfortunately knee is completely safe on shield. Like, you can't do anything. In fact, it's kind of amazing that he actually went for that option. I guess he got the weak knee, which is why he had to shield afterwards, but yeah, you could have shield grabbed that. If you look at that situation, that is absolutely a shield grab situation. And he could have buffered a spot dodge or a roll, true, but you would have got him if you had shield grabbed, so it's worth knowing. And then you do that and get wrecked. Yeah, you've got to remember that big cancel is really, really bad on shield. I don't know what frame data it has on shield, but it's probably quite bad. Because the knockback isn't that strong, so I assume it doesn't have my shield stun. By the looks of it, it's not very good on shield. It's nowhere near multi-shining. That roll was ridiculously dangerous. So when you're dash dancing, you need to always be like, you need to not focus on what you're doing and always what your opponent is doing. So when if your opponent ever makes a mistake like this, see your wave dash, he starts a roll. You should be recognizing that roll around now. You won't get a guaranteed punish, but you need to start thinking about what is my mix-up to deal with this. But instead, you dash away, and just you just don't really take advantage of it in any way whatsoever. And that's really kind of unfortunate, because he really made a mistake there. Down throws that don't lead to anything. X1 just goes through phases. He's like a boss fight. He has two phases. It's just spam aerials like dare and neutral air and stuff like that, and then he goes into dash dance phase. And right now he's in his spamming phase. Like, just the down airs. That was really, really good grab. There, you should know percents. Like, you have no excuse for him to be still alive. If you want to win matchups as a mid-tier, you need to know every single percent. You need to know Falcon up throw F-fair percents. You just do. And what I found really, really kind of disconcerting is the fact that you pummel him. And clearly, it seems the problem here is that he is on too high percent. So you should definitely not be pummeling, I think. But if you would possibly jump and then double jumped and then forward aired, this could have worked. But it's something you need to work out in the lab. You just need to know. More neutrally type things happening. That was a pretty not very nice back air from him into knee, but he actually did get a combo, so that was something. This forward air looks pretty terrible. It was pretty terrible, but that up tilt was the DI on it was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I have no idea what happened there, because I'm like, right now, why don't you cape? Why don't you cape or down smash? One of those, because it covers like both options, right? Isn't cape like guaranteed, like pretty much guaranteed kill in the situation? But it said you opt for SD. I don't even know what you're trying to do. But yeah, so I think that really it just comes down to you can play the neutral better. You need to just make reads, really understand what your opponent is doing, and then do the thing that counters it, and then your punish game has to be really solid. Also, Captain Falcon is pretty insane on FD because of his dash dance. It's pretty tough. So yeah, he's in aerial spam mode, and you do a crouch cancel down smash, and then get in negative frames because of it. He actually gets like a half decent combo. Is there any mistakes that you made there? Okay, so you double jumped immediately out of the combo and then got hit by an up air that killed you. So that's something you really need to be aware of. So here, like if you just got hit by neutral air, is Falcon gonna get this follow up? If this Falcon is good, the answer is yes. He's gonna short hop up at you, and that's exactly what happens. And you try to double jump out, and it catches your double jump, and you're dead. In order to get out of Falcon combos, it's actually one of the hardest characters to get out of in the game, because your DI is not, like against Falcon I think you just hold away, because Shine, down air, up tilt, they all have the same DI. Falcon is very complicated, like when should you double jump, when should you DI in, when should you DI away, it's all very difficult. But you know, one of the most important things about escaping combos is holding that double jump and using it at the perfect time, and if you use it at the wrong time you die, which is what happened there. That was just a pretty basic, you know, nothing complicated combo, and it just totally killed you at 70%. You couldn't even get back to stage. There, that dash attack in neutral like that is just like, what's the read here? I mean, I really think the trick to winning neutral against at least players like X1 and characters like Falcon is just not to be committal in neutral. You really want to let them screw themselves over, like let him down air you and whiff, and then you punish it. But instead, you just dash attack, and you know, he just dash dances it, which is pretty much what he was doing the whole time anyway, and just gets a grab and gets a down throw and gets nothing off it, because this is what happens when X1 plays Falcon. No shots to X1. I'm just telling people what's happening. And then, I mean, that was a pretty bad tech to miss. So like here, you get down edge. This is a pretty hard tech, but at your skill level, this is the kind of thing where you really need to be on point with. Like missing a tech like that, and then, you know, I think that was a no DI on the knee. Should have really been DIing in. It would have been giving you a little bit more options to get back. You did get back, but you lost a lot of percent. It could have been avoided, perhaps. That was a really crazy grab. I think that was pretty suboptimal what you did there. So when you get a grab on Falcon, you really need to make this kill. You really need to be optimal. And so here, you chain grab him. You're on FD, and he's at 30%. You chain grab the hell out of him. So here, I really think it should have been another grab, and I'll tell you why. So X1 makes kind of actually a pretty bad mistake here, in the fact that he should be DIing the throw, but after the throw immediately probably not DIing. But he actually still holds the direction, which lets him vulnerable to the back air, but which is lucky, because if he was really on it and immediately swapped his DI to survival DI, this would have worked like really badly. This would have been like no problem for X1 to get out of. What you really should have done is re-grabbed, and the answer is because you re-grab him closer to the edge and then you up throw him again, and then you're in the same situation you were 1 second ago, but he's at higher percent and he's closer to the edge. So that means if he DIs, you know, back into the stage, you know, you're getting more and more percent. If he DIs off the stage, you can just back air him then, and then he goes further off stage because he's closer and is at higher percent. So I feel like going for a re-grab after the up throw was basically strictly better. So I think that was definitely a mistake. Here it's pretty difficult to know what to do because he still had his double jump, so I would have just gone straight to ledge, which is what you tried to do, kind of. But really what you should have done is probably wave dashed. You did something which is one of those I hope my opponent is bad moves. You did a I hope my opponent just double jumps and then totally misses the ledge and so that my back air kills them. But if you're trying to beat players that are good, then you need to not pick options which only beat bad players. And so here, a wave dash to ledge, I think, is definitely the choice here. Not some scrub killer back air that just doesn't work. And it puts you in a really bad situation. Luckily, X1 makes a pretty bad mistake of holding ledge, lets you up B into him, but then he manages to tech it. I'll just see that frame by frame. So you see, he grabs it, he holds on, you actually well time an up B after his vulnerability. He makes the mistake of not refreshing it with the hack stash or or picking a ledge option to get invulnerability. If for example if he didn't roll there, you would have died. But he probably wasn't going to roll because there are other options you could pick. But anyway, he manages to tech it somehow, which actually probably means that he almost certainly was about to roll it. So if you were a couple of frames later on that would be, then you would have died there. So well timing on that slash bad timing for X1, and you steal the ledge off him, but his roll input made him tech. He double jumps, wall jumps, does a back air for no reason. Both of you do a back air for no reason, and then he up Bs. And then so there's a situation where you let Rat came over to get kill here. Okay, he's up Bing, and if I follow it with my full hop, I should be able to back air him. Is that what we get? Unfortunately, he goes slightly too high. That's unfortunate. And then that up smash. That up smash I just feel was a little bit greedy. You really wanted the sick combo up smash, but an F smash here was pretty much strictly better. And that was really good DI. It's possible if you DI'd away that he would have been able to knee you with a dash knee, but the DI up here is good. Here, it's a really unfortunate tech flub that you got here. You immediately accidentally did a tournament win at over 100%. So you just basically AFK'd yourself for 3 seconds. This is a kill, otherwise, because he makes a terrible mistake, getting up B'd and then going that low. He probably still had his double jump. Let's try and find out. No, he didn't. Frame by frames to make sure exactly what happened. So he did a edge cancel knee, kind of a weird option, but then he double jumps and immediately gets hit by up B a couple of frames later. This is one of those situations when you really should have the presence of mind. I just sniped his double jump because you're watching his character and you saw it happen, and you just grab the ledge, and you're like, right, okay, this is the kind of situation we're in a lot, right? I'm grabbing ledge, my opponent has no double jump, they're below the stage. This is bread and butter edge guarding, right? You accidentally press jump or up, do a tournament winner. He goes so low that he needs the grab, he needs the ledge to get back. So if you literally had just put down your controller, he would have died, but the accidental jump input gave it away for free, and it's even worse than that. You pretty much can just get back for free. But you got a nice grab. That down throw was a little bit questionable. I feel like that was definitely something where you did it not knowing what would happen. You were like, oh, down throw up smash, that sounds like something in my head that would work, not something that you have labbed and know at 64% down throw up smash works, because it clearly doesn't work at all. He had teched before you had even hitboxes come out by the looks of it, so every tech option covered an up smash, so up smashes didn't work. So you just threw away that combo, and then the dash attack was just reckless. You were just like, oh crap, I up smashed for no reason, and it's just and then you just dash attacked his shield. Here, very luckily he gave it away for you for free. If you see what happens, he okay, let's see this again quick. He back aired you. This is a really good situation for him. I would really be grabbing ledge and hack stashing or refreshing my invulnerability if I was X1 right now, but it certainly goes for a ridiculously reckless, full hopping back to try to get a back air is one thing, but full hopping backwards and then burning your double jump to try to get the back air is quite something else. And what is he even doing? I mean, he's like, oh crap, I've accidentally done a double jump, quickly I need to up B, and then just give my opponent a free back air. Like, what was X1 doing there? So right now he has no double jump again, and he's below stage, and so this should be again a free edge guard. So let's think about options. So he can clearly reach stage from the situation, I'm pretty sure. So it's stage or ledge, and what he's going to do is he's going to go right for the middle of those options, and at the very last second pick between them. So basically you need to you can make a read, or you can make a soft read. So like a hard read would be like ledge dash pretty soon, or start a get up pretty soon. The thing is, you're over 100%, so you can't really do a get up. You need to do pretty much your options are either ledge dash and then F smash back towards the ledge if you think he's going to go on stage, or just hold the ledge. The thing is, what you do is you start doing a normal get up at this time, which if you're below 100% is a good option, because if you went to stage you probably might, there's a pretty good chance you would have got to grab him and back throw him, but you're over 100%, so this is actually quite bad. And I feel like it's something that you got lucky, and he actually did go for the ledge, so you killed him anyway. But if you're below 100%, that's a good option to do what you did, but you're not, so it's actually quite bad. Like, if he had gone to stage, he would have... Oh, what have I just done? Should be fine. He might have been able to punish you for this, but luckily we're all good. Have I broken everything? Does it still work? Okay, we're working. So you went back to ledge because of his spawn invulnerability, fair enough. And I'm gonna point out another big problem with both you and X1's play. So you're stalling on the ledge, and he's just standing there with his back to the ledge, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to do right now. You're going to do a ledge dash, which you've already started to do. X1 is then going to do a short hop back air to try and punish that, because he knows that you're going to do it, but he's too slow every time. It's quite a fast thing, ledge dash, so he can't punish it on reaction with a back air from a standing position. And you buffer a roll, which gets out of it, but then he sees that you rolled and then just runs up to you and grabs you. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens. Yeah, he tries to back air you, shuffle back air, you roll, but then he sees this and he just tries to grab you. It looked like you tried to start doing a jump, so there were some frames where you're actionable, so you could have buffered a spot dodge there to get out of that grab. I think that would have been pretty solid. But remember that sequence of actions, because that comes up a few times, as you'll see. Down throw, should have been a down throw knee probably, but for some reason it wasn't. He got the kill, I guess. He did something off down throw, I guess that's a success for X1. He's in random down air and neutral air mode. Down air, neutral air, neutral air, neutral air. It's going pretty well because he's Captain Falcon. That up tilt, not sure about the up tilt. Pretty nice grab from X1 actually. X1 drops his combo, puts himself into actually a really bad position. Like it's going really well, and then here it's like, okay, probably need to fast fall and then do a short up knee and probably kill him. But he doesn't do the fast fall and double jumps too early and misses, and this actually puts him in a really bad situation because he's off stage with Dr. Mario but with no double jump. So what is he going to do? Gets hit by a Europe B, which is pretty predictable that was going to happen. So now where is he? He's below the stage, just about. I would like to see an immediate ledge hop back air in this situation. So I'd be like, right now, ledge hop back air, bang, hit him off. This could be a kill quite easily. Instead, you ledge hop forward. Like ledge hop backwards was definitely the option here. So he goes really high, and he's clearly mixing up. He's gonna either go for ledge or for stage. Pick your option. What would I do right now? Cape is a good option. F smash, down smash, probably. I'm not sure. You probably know better than me whether down smash or F smash covers further in this situation. But I would say any of those good. You could even wave dash back to ledge. You probably don't have time at this point, but I would say F smash or maybe cape. You might not have time to cape at this situation, but you just kind of let him back, and I'm not really okay with that. Like if you watch in real time, you can see that you could have done something, but nothing was done. Even an F tilt, it definitely was time for an F tilt. Here, so this should be a start of a chain grab, but you drop it. That really just shouldn't. That needs to not be happening if you want to win. X1 decides, right, I'm going to start side Bing because this is the time. Good down air to get out of that combo. He knees your shield and you roll. It's good. Yeah, you tried to get one of those really unexpected grabs that you don't think will ever work, and it actually didn't work. Trying to crash cancel gentleman again, doesn't work 120%, trades and you die. Let's see that again. You went to ledge, and let's see what happens. Well, you do a ledge dash, and then he does a back air, and then you do a roll. Actually, you don't do a roll. You do a down tilt. My bad. Which leads you to crouch cancel, and you do an accidental tournament winner, which sort of gets punished. Spot dodge of the side B. So here I really feel like you should have done a back air out of shield or something. You just kind of wave dash out of shield away from him after you shield the side B. You just gave up all your frame advantage. I don't know. Just think that could have been done better. Neutral air caught him though. Let's just see that again. Stuff that again you do a ledge dash and he does a back air. You shield it this time, but I feel like if you'd done shield DI, if you had shielded, I'll show you the exact moment I mean. So right now, if you were holding towards him and shield DIing, then you would have got closer to him, and that there's a pretty good chance you would have got that shield grab. Maybe I'm no expert on shield DI, but something worth considering, especially since you shield grab so often. You roll and he grabs you. Oh, let's go through the loops. Went too far. So you went back to ledge, so we obviously know what that means. You do a ledge dash, he does a back air, you do a roll, and then he grabs you. Apart from he doesn't grab you, he goes for a down air, which totally misses. But you're too busy down tilting the air to punish it. In slow motion it looks very silly, and it is silly, and the options you pick are bad, but I don't, obviously this is, you know, the fact that the game is so fast is what makes the game hard. That was a pretty godlike down tilt. We should be looking for a kill here. So in this situation, he's immediately burned his double jump and he's still below stage, so he has to up B. So I really feel like going to ledge is the right thing to do, because again that leaves you the option of you can ledge dash or do a get up or just hold the ledge. You're covering 50% of the options no matter what, and that's what you go for, the ledge grab. And you do a get up, which means you're like, I think he's going to go to stage. You're right. You get the read. You F smash him. He's at high enough %. You get the kill. It's good. This is how you should do it with a hard read, I guess. More ledge dashes from ledge, since that's your only option. So we got a chain grab going. I think that was strong. I think you should go into the lab, and in this situation if you had up throwed him instead and he had DI'd off the edge, is there some really like guaranteed combo you can do? Like if you do run off up air or something like that, is there? Or maybe you could do like a double jump, a short back air. Um, can you do that, or a short neutral air? Like, is there any way in which you can do better than forward throw with an up throw? So an up throw and then an aerial, or maybe an up throw and an F smash. Does that reach? I don't know. Maybe it does. You'd have to tell me. But I think you should definitely lab to find an optimal grab in this situation. F throw is good, but there might be a more optimal one. But F throw is good. So yeah, I think that going for ledge here is good. He hasn't burned his, he still has his double jump, so he could literally go anywhere. You have no idea. So you just need to cover most bases you can and see on reaction if he makes any mistakes, so you can punish them. But instead you do a full hop into falling back air, which totally misses. He up B's, it's a well timed up B. I'll give it to X1. And then you're like, oh crap, he's gone past me. Quickly do a double jump back air, but you're too late, and it puts you in an even worse position. X1 goes to stage, mostly incorrect, probably incorrectly, but watching it in slow motion, it's very easy to see that he probably should have gone to ledge. But well, I guess he was worried of you up being immediately, but I think you're still in the back air and like, but he actually manages to tech your up B, which is kind of interesting. But it's just worth noting that if he had gone to ledge, then this would have been the set over. I'm pretty sure you couldn't have up B'd before he had grabbed the ledge, and you were so low that you were dead. So be thankful that he didn't kill you right then. Oh, can't miss a situation where you do a ledge dash into him back airing you, into you rolling, into him grabbing you, can we? Yeah, if you didn't get the idea, both of you are quite damn predictable. I blame Rash far more than X1. I think that X1 is just trying to punish the thing that he knows that you're trying to do every time, and he does pretty much every time. Gets a grab basically every time. And yeah, you should have died really there from the grab. And that grab probably. Here, and just Dr. Mario's recovery is just bad. Yeah, so I would say ledge game really needs improvement. All you do is ledge dash. You need to actually think of it more of as a like mix up in mind gaming. How can I best do this that they won't expect, blah blah, rather than just ledge dashing every time and then rolling and then getting grabbed. And your punish game needs work. You need to know percentages. Some of your chain grabs might not be optimal, as I've said, and the edge guard game is not. You could flowchart him better, basically. Yeah, you really need to like work on basically flowcharting him, I think, better. But yeah, hope this helps. Yeah.